Welcome to November 12th, 2024 City Council meeting. Roll call, please.
Mayor Webb.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Sullivan.
Here.
Councilmember Londo.
Here.
Councilmember Lucero.
Here.
Councilmember Washington.
Here.
Council need approval of the revised agenda.
Move approval of the agenda as revised.
Second.
Any additions, deletions? Seeing none. We have an agenda. Election of Mayor Pro Tem. I need a motion.
I move that we elect Andy Lacuro as Mayor Pro Tem for a term expiring next November.
Support.
A dissension? Discussion? You're our new Mayor Pro Tem, Andy.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
And moves us down to our special presentation, swearing in of our new Fire Chief Walker.
Mr. Mayor, I'm pleased to present Fire Chief Designate Thomas Walker. He's already been on the job for the past week or so, off to a great start. Look forward to him serving the city of Hazel Park for many years to come. And yes, you may take pictures.
Want to come up and take pictures from the sides? You may.
I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this state, and that I will faithfully perform the duties of the office of Fire Chief in and for the city of Hazel Park, County of Oakland, and the state of Michigan, according to the best of my ability.
I swear I do.
Chief Walker, congratulations on your appointment.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you, City Council, for choosing me. I'm truly humbled. I'm passionate about the job. I truly love the job and hope to serve you guys well.
Thank you. And I understand that you have some introductions and
Yes.
some.
I also want to introduce you guys to new other people who got sworn in and also who got promoted. First off is Lieutenant Galati got promoted to a captain. Right here, we can talk to his family.
That's cute.
Congrats.
I always feel like we're proud parents.
Congratulations, Kathy.
Congratulations.
The next promotion we have is one of our FEO drivers, is Jake Hefner, got promoted to a lieutenant. He can come up with his family. There you go. Look at the picture. And then our last driver is FEO Hoffman, got promoted to a lieutenant. Derek Hoffman.
Leave it like that.
That's all of the promotions. I've served with all these guys for 10 years. I told Ed the other day, I would put this fire department against any fire department in Oakland County on anything. It's truly an honor. These guys bust their tail day in and day out to protect the city. So it's truly a blessing. Thank you for allowing me to come pin these guys with their family. It means a lot to me.
Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you.
That moves us down to the, any more, Ed? Anything else?
I don't know.
I think they're done.
Chief Hamel, do you have anything for PD or anything like that? You all set? We're set for presentations. Mr. Mayor, I'd just like to congratulate the firefighters on their promotions. As Chief Walker said, we do have an outstanding fire department, and I agree with him. I'd match this department against anybody in Oakland County. I'd match this department against anybody in the state of Michigan. So, again, a great group of people, and the city of Hazel Park is fortunate to have such outstanding employees in our service.
Along with our great fire department, also our police department goes along with that. Our fire department is our greatest asset in our town, but our police department has some stories. I was at one of their events Saturday night, getting an award of ceremony, and some of the awards they got for help saving lives and being there on time to be able to perform those duties is a big part of it. Being able to save that life, and we all don't want to live that day. Any one of us. We just want to be there, be happy, and never have to see those days that the firemen and the policemen have to see every day. And I thank them all for doing the service, and I wish a lot of us don't have the opportunity to or don't want to do it. They do it in our behalf and protect us every day. And thank you.
Yep, Mr. Mayor, when everybody else is running away from trouble, police officers and firefighters run toward the trouble, and they are there to help, and they put themselves at great risk to do so, and we owe them our thanks, our gratitude, and our respect.
Yes, we do. Thank you. Thank you again. Takes us to civic announcements. Anyone have any civic announcements from the audience? I have Tim Young. I asked him to come up during this and give us a little presentation about the Eagle letters we're getting around town. We've had a few questions already today, plus myself. So.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, as you pointed out, there is a round of letters that have gone out to the residents regarding the lead and copper rule. This is a new revision to the rule through the EPA. This is an evolving rule that always seems to be coming up with some kind of changes to it. There's no changes into the processes of the water, how it's delivered, so everybody can rest assured there's nothing really new going on. It's just the EPA and Eagle feel that it's time to step up a little bit. So what we've had to do is create a spreadsheet for the EPA listing every single household in the city, water user, business, whichever. And the EPA spreadsheet does a calculation, makes a determination of what they feel is known as an unknown to a known, and the requirement is to file or to send out a letter to each address that they've labeled as unknown, saying, hey, we don't know what the service line's made out of, and here's some steps to avoid any type of health effects. So we sent out about 1,700 letters, and we're starting to get some responses back today. So this is, like I said, it's going to be an ongoing process.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to thank you for letting everybody know, clarifying this for the public. I already had phone calls coming in before 3 o'clock today.
Yes, and we'll be out doing our due diligence to find out what the service lines are. So we've ordered some new equipment for some of the trucks to be able to excavate safely and, like a potholing or something simple to start identifying. We'll be knocking on doors and different things over the time. And these will be replaced in the future as the rule states.
Well, thank you.
Tim?
Any other civic announcements from the audience? Hearing none, moves us to City Council. We have the one that was posted on our little board today about the November 26th tree lighting ceremony here at City Hall. Bring your kids, have some fun. It's a nice little enjoyable evening, as long as the weather is just warm enough for the coats and not raining. But we still will have it inside if it does rain.
We are
We
planning
don't,
to
we don't
have
want no
the,
bad weather.
We are planning to have the outstanding donut truck
Yeah,
back
that was really good.
this year. So if you
We got one of the
donuts
best Santa
last year,
Clauses.
we have a great Santa Claus, and we have we're giving out donuts. They're worth showing up for, trust me. And also, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to remind everybody that Michigan Department of Transportation is having their final open house to get public feedback on the I-75 8-mile interchange, and that will be held this Thursday, November 14th, from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Hazel Park District Library, right here at the corner of 9 Mile and John R.
City Council?
I wanted to remind everybody that November 22nd at 4 p.m., we will be hosting our mural reception for everybody in town that's been seeing this beautiful mural that we had through the PIPA grant from the DIA with our, in conjunction with our Memorial District Library. There will be refreshments. The artist is going to speak. The DIA will be there to speak. And our local electeds will also be there. So we hope you can stop by. It is a family-friendly event at 4 p.m. at the library.
Yes. None?
We're good.
Closed civic announcements, public discussion. I have Sri Ganem to speak.
So here.
Is he here? Sorry.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here and for your listening. My name is Suhair Ghanem. I live in Huntington Woods at 13366 Victoria. I appreciate your listening, but that is not enough. The situation in Gaza is worse than ever, and we look up to you as community leaders, as people stand for our values that this country was based on. And just looking at what had been in this last election, and it is clearer than ever that there is more and more of apparent foreign government interference in our elections when AIPAC, that on behalf of Israel, spent $100 million in this election on both sides of the aisle, the Democratic and Republican, to choose Congress people that can represent and support Israel no matter what Israel does, regardless if it does war crimes, ethnic cleansings, or crimes against humanity. We need to protect our country, and instead of sending money to Israel, which is a great investment for Israel, it got billions of dollars in place of these $100 million that was spent. This is a great investment. 17 billion were sent in the past few months, and now in the pipeline there is $20 billion gonna be spent. Instead of spending this on our local communities here, instead of spending this money on promotions, not just to our firefighters, but to people who work in this community, on schools, on road construction. So I would like to quote here James Baldwin, who said, "People who shut their eyes to reality simply invite their own destruction." We are responsible for the world in which we find ourselves. A civilization is not destroyed by wicked people. It is not necessary that people be wicked, but only that they be spineless. The challenge is in the moment. The time is always now. So I look to you as community leaders to stand up and call for something that is inherent in our human values, for stopping arming and sending weapons to Israel and call for ceasefire. I appreciate your feedback, and hear your
Time
response.
has expired.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mike Flores.
Buenas noches. Good evening, Council members. My name is Mike Flores on Manitou Avenue. I'm here again to urge this Council to support a ceasefire resolution, one that reflects the values of compassion, humanity, and fiscal responsibility that Hazel Park stands for. I understand this Council typically focuses on local issues, but the decision to recognize the Armenian genocide and the Ukrainian-Russian conflict shows that there are times when global matters intersect with our lives here in Hazel Park. Right now, residents feel the intersection deeply in our pocketbooks, in our neighborhoods, and in our values. Every Monday after work, I stop by my elderly neighbor's house a few streets down to put up her trash and recycle bins. She's on a fixed income, and sometimes when she's on her porch, we chat. On Monday before the election, in our unusually warm fall weather, she told me that she voted Republican for the first time in her life. Surprised, I asked her why. And she said simply that her fixed income couldn't keep up with her living costs, her property taxes, and her medical bills, and yet billions of dollars are being sent abroad to fund conflicts. I encouraged her to contact our council to share her concerns, but in her raspy voice, she said she was done trying to talk to government and just wanted to live her final years smoking her cigarettes and be in peace. While I was saddened by her apathy, I understood. She's tired, she's suffering, and she recognizes, as many of us do, that our communities are being neglected while funds flow elsewhere to sustain wars. I'm certain her story is one of many here in Hazel Park. Another friend of mine from Hazel Park who voted third party for the first time this year out of frustration. She's a teacher in a high-performing district, yet she can't afford to send her own children there. She works a second job doing DoorDash on the weekends, and even donates plasma every other week to make ends meet. She wonders, why is there always money for war, yet there's nothing to improve our schools or help struggling teachers improve their economic situation? In her words, there's enough money to fund violence abroad, but not enough money to help working families here at home. I encourage her to contact council with her concerns, and she's tired and disillusioned with all forms of government. People are voting with their wallets. They're connecting the dots. They're frustrated. They see $21 billion being sent to fund a genocide and ask, what if that money was invested in our schools, our property tax relief, and community support services right here? For Hazel Park, this is not an abstract issue. We're all feeling the squeeze, and many of us are disillusioned with our government that prioritizes global conflicts over local needs and investments. So I ask again, when will this council bring forward a resolution that calls for a ceasefire and demands that war dollars be reinvested in our communities to support the people of Hazel Park? We can and should raise our voices for our neighbors who want to live in dignity and peace. Gracias, and thank you for your time this evening.
Thank you. Any other public discussion? Anyone would come up and speak? Seeing no one, close public discussion. No, we got a paper for this house on Muir, but we will open up public discussion based upon that home when we get to it. Takes us to the consent agenda.
That was taken off the agenda, wasn't it?
Yeah, show cause was removed from the agenda.
Yeah, show cause is off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Steve, somebody wanted to talk about it. You want to come up and talk about it, you can. Jane Sanders.
Good evening.
Evening.
Mr. Webb and Honorable Council. My name is Jay Sanders. I am currently the president-elect of the Greater Metropolitan Association of Realtors. I am also the principal broker of Next Point Real Estate. I am here on behalf of my client, who is a nonprofit organization that purchased the property located at 1475 Muir. They bid on the property.
Ma'am, this is not on the agenda tonight. It was pulled, so you may want to save your comments for when we bring it back.
Absolutely. I'm here because I was told it was on the agenda tonight.
It was pulled. We did not have somebody here that needed to testify on behalf of the city, so it will be rescheduled, and the parties will receive notice.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I surrender my time. Have a good evening.
For making the trip.
Thank you.
Yeah. Miss? give her your contact information so we know that you
Yeah.
can be informed when it comes back on.
Thanks, I didn't see that one. Consent agenda, need a motion to approve 1 through 9.
Move that we approve consent agenda items 1 through 9, while
Support.
pulling 9 for discussion.
Support.
Number 9 is here, the administration.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Tim Young is here to give you a little bit more information. What we are requesting is authorization for the purchase of a new street sweeper and a new wood chipper. Now, we will also be considering the purchase of used pieces of equipment if we can get a good price and also get the appropriate warranty. If not, that's why we've asked for not to exceed the amount necessary for the purchase of new pieces of equipment, because that may be the wisest and best way to go. But we do want the option to investigate these purchases and see if we can save a little bit of money and get some good value from a used piece. Tim, is there anything you want to add to that?
That just about covers it. I'll be happy to answer anything from the report. I know you just got it. My apologies for that.
I have a question. So purchase of a new sweeper, about $273,000, and then you've sort of narrowed a search down for a used sweeper. I know that there is kind of 8 to 10 years of service. Where are those used ones currently at? Because my concern is you and I having the same conversation.
Oh, most definitely. That is a concern as well. That's why we discussed about what kind of warranties we could get with the used piece of equipment versus the new. We actually had 6 sweepers that were sent to us, and we decided on the 4 because of some of the capabilities that these 4 can do. Is current to what we use them for. They were missing some broom systems, so we just excluded those. We don't know the 100% of what these used ones look like. They're out there at the dealer, out in like the Lapeer area. We plan to go out and have my most experienced operators go with the mechanics and do a big walkthrough on each one and see if these, meet what they want them to meet. But of course, we don't want to get stuck with standing here in a year from now because all the wheels fell off. So we're going to be very cautious on what we do here.
Yeah, I guess, depending on the warranty, because my concern is we have a 2016, 2015, and 2014, and with the sweeper anticipated life of service being 8 to 10 years, we could essentially be paying for 2 used sweepers.
Correct.
Over the course of the life of a new sweeper.
Correct.
Do you know approximately what that warranty would encompass, or is it years of service, or is it particular parts? Or?
I just received an email this morning about that, so I don't really have a solid answer. I haven't had a chance to study it.
What's the department's preference? I would assume a new sweeper, but I'd hate.
Oh, everybody loves new.
We will. You're saying the same things to Tim that Lacey and I said as well. Unless this is a really good deal that saves the Hazel Park taxpayers a significant amount of money, and we get a great piece of used equipment that's of value, I think we're probably going to purchase the new sweeper. But I want to leave that up to Tim and his people and their expertise.
What has been our experience with how long we've gotten all the current sweepers?
Well, the original one's 2008. That one currently is out for the repairs. That's what triggered all this, because of the amount of monies that was going to get put in to bring that back into service. That's what we thought, well, what else do they have out there with less mileage, less years on it? And they did present the used ones, and then after speaking with the finance director, Lacey, she's like, well, let's look at all the options and present it and go from there. I know it's a little incomplete as far as the answers on what we're going after. Just the season's winding down, and we're just trying to get this settled before the end of the year.
Understood.
I wanted to ask also, we hear a lot of complaints about people not seeing the street sweepers, and I know like literally every day. And I see it all the time. I sometimes take pictures and just text it to my friends because I find it like, where's Waldo?
Sure.
But I also want to take into account that a lot of the times it is our sweepers have been off the road because of the repairs that we've been doing repeatedly. So the option for new or used, I feel confident in your decision and Ed's decision on that because of the fact that you guys deal with these every day and you know what's been put into them repeatedly to try to get them back on the road. And I'm hopeful that with the purchase of either a new or used, we will see it on the road more consistently and our residents will reap the benefits of that consistency. So I'm looking forward to this. I had also spoken, I believe, with Tom previously. Some of the cities do things like the Santa tracking, and I thought it could be a fun kind of people forward idea if we also did that with our street sweeper to let people know what neighborhood it's going to be in or to post some pictures about where it is. Because I think that just because you don't see something happening in the community doesn't necessarily mean it isn't happening. You know, like I don't see my neighbors get groceries, but I know they get groceries, right? That's my favorite thing to talk about. Like they're not just living in their house without groceries, but I never see them bring them inside. So, you know, the hyperbole there is that just because you don't see it happening, but I think this is a great opportunity for our community to have an increased reliability in the services that they pay their taxes to and that they expect from us. And I appreciate you bringing this forward to us.
I believe the sweeper route is also on the website, so people would know if they live in a specific area.
Awesome.
That is the day of the week that it's going to come by. Now, it's always been on the garbage day just because that's our also no street parking day. And that allows them to stay against the curb and get as much cleaned up as they can. So.
And we did joke when we were discussing these purchases that maybe we should get a large loudspeaker that says, "This is the street sweeper. I'm on your block today."
Yes.
Wait, like the ice cream truck, we could like play music.
Wash
Another
the
question. I had one more question. Over the last, if you
Imagine.
did an analysis over the last 10 years, how much we spent in repairs on the last street sweepers?
I don't have a.
So you're going to do that analysis before we make the decision to purchase?
No, we're going to make the decision to purchase tonight, and we'll bring you.
Well, I know we're going to give you an option, but you think you guys actually just said you're going to weigh the differences and see what's.
If we can get a good price, we'll on a used one that gives us a great warranty, we'll get it. If we
The
can't
reason I
find
said
a
that
new
is
sweeper.
because why would we spend X amount of dollars versus the new, of course? But I just thought.
It's all going to be dependent on the warranty that they give us and the guarantee for how long it'll last. And if they can't give us any kind of a warranty, we're going to buy the new sweeper.
That makes sense. I get it.
We'll definitely climb around those old ones, or the used ones, I should say, with a fine-tooth comb. Make sure.
Yeah, if we can save money and we get value for dollars, we'll buy the used one. But if there's a chance that we're not going to get value for dollars, then we're going to go ahead and purchase a brand new sweeper with a warranty that we'll have in service for a good probably 10 years. We take good care of our equipment. We've always gotten a lot more out of those sweepers than most communities do because we do good maintenance. And we'll see if we can get value. We'll buy used. If we can't, we'll buy new. Same with the chipper.
So how much woodchuck can a woodchuck chuck? The wood chipper.
I haven't actually talked to him, so I don't remember. Very good.
Your Honor, I'd like to amend my motion, given the way that consent agenda item 9 is worded. It does specify used sweeper, so I'd like to amend it to allow for the purchase of a new sweeper based on the economic analysis by the city and the department, if the person who seconded my motion would be so kind.
Yes, I support that as well.
Amendment. Thank you.
And the amendment's been done, support has been done. Any more discussion on the consent agenda?
Thank you.
Motion passes. No dissension. Okay, it takes us to administrative reports, none. Appointment to the signing authority.
Mr. Mayor, the administration would recommend that Tim Young be appointed to the Sign Authority, the General Building Authority, and the Brownfield Redevelopment Authority to take over the positions of the now retired Tom Jones.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Any dissension, discussion? Motion passes. Any other appointments, any other boards, commissions? Anybody have any wishes? Okay, old business, any old business? I do want to bring up the restriping on the north end of John R. is a lot better than it was.
Yes, it does look good, and I will get with Tim and see what we can do in terms of restriping the other sections of
It
it.
looks a lot better, and it flows a little better, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
We
It's
do need a signage on the island that's there.
signage for the island is coming.
I think we need a sign near where you're going northbound and right by Shamrock there, it makes the left lane.
We have signs coming.
It hangs over top, so people would notice that
We have,
That's a left.
right, we are waiting for signs. In fact,
everybody comes up there and crams the brakes. You know.
Tim sent a rather sternly worded letter to our engineers on this the other day that
Very good idea,
we're
though.
waiting for the signs. We have signs for both of those access points for the narrowing, and we also have signs for the island, just like you. All those signs are coming.
Thank you.
So,
Communications from department heads? Our new department heads? Any of our
we're
new
fighting
department
over
heads?
it. They're all fighting
Look at
over
this.
it. Look at this.
Look at
They're all
what's-
standing
Good.
up.
They're young and excited.
Welcome, Chief Walker.
Thank you. Our guys, they were here, but they went on a run, wrote a grant, and received a grant for $70,000 for new turnout gear. Lieutenant Corey and firefighter Brett Thompson wrote a grant, so the city was just awarded $70,000 for new turnout gear.
Great.
Great.
So,
It's wonderful.
Great work.
Go a long ways. And then the other thing is with the cold weather approaching, I just wanted to remind the residents, if you guys can't pay your electric bill or gas bill, there is that thaw that you can call. And we do give out smoke detectors. Also at the time change, change your smoke detector batteries and CO alarm batteries. We run on those daily for that stuff. And then remember, if you're using space heaters, don't use fueled ones inside your home. And if you're using electric space heaters to warm your house, don't leave them unattended. That's all I got.
All right.
Thank you, Chief, for these updates.
Thank you.
And Chief Hamill.
I just wanted to congratulate Chief Walker again for his promotion and congratulate his staff as well for their promotions. We spoke earlier today. I'm looking forward to working with them. There's some things that we're hashing out where we can work together on some stuff, so I'm looking forward to that. The holiday season will be coming up. I just want to remind residents, you're going to have deliveries made of your packages and presents and gifts and stuff. Keep an eye on those deliveries. If you have good neighbors, maybe ask them to grab them from off the porch so they don't get stolen. And also, if you have your own home security and video systems, make sure those are working properly and update the software if you need to. As well as don't leave any packages in your vehicles, keep your doors locked, stuff like that. As well as we've had some reports or complaints of maybe some issues at, say, the Kroger. So we're going to try and get our patrols to add some patrols at the Kroger lot and CVS as well during this holiday season.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief.
Thank you.
And
Tim, did you
Can I-
want to come back? You made some.
Superintendent.
I did present goals and objectives. I think everybody's seen that. I didn't know if anybody had any questions on the direction we're looking to go. As far as a quick update on what's going on with DPW now, the leaf season has began, so we're out doing preliminary stuff, parks and such, with our leaf machines, and we'll start doing our single pass soon enough. The sweeper currently is out, but it will be limited, so you may see it avoid certain levels of piles of debris in the road. It just, no sweeper will handle it, so that you might see them drive around something from on occasion. The sidewalk program is winding down, and I know you just spoke about the John R. Island, if I might. So that's just a quick a quickie of what was originally proposed and what direction we're going to take that island to make it more safe. We kind of, Lacey took some photographs of some islands in another city as we were looking at this, and we want to light that thing up a little bit for when people are out there, especially this time of the year. It's dark early, and we know people are going out to dinner and such, so we'll make sure that that island is very safe. When cars are pulling towards it, it's going to light up. So rest assured, we'll take care of that.
This looks great.
Looks good.
Looks great.
And then, is there any other questions on DPW information? Okay, as far as water sewer goes, we promoted to a foreman, Rick Castleman. He's an S4 operator. He's extremely eager and very capable. Hope to bring these guys all by sometime in the future for you to meet them, what they're doing. And we are finishing up concrete sites from different water projects throughout the city. It's kind of a mad dash to get it all in before the end of the year. So we might look a little disorganized out there finishing up, but we're good.
All right.
And then, of
Tim,
course,
would you also want to mention that Dusty Barber was promoted as well, or will be, to a foreman level position for special projects and type of stuff?
most definitely. So Dusty is very creative and eager and a go-getter. There is so many grants and other information that just floats out across, but we only have so much time to spend on each one. So we wanted to create something where she can be more involved with helping us chase these things down, help out with different city events that are going on, how we're going to get them advertised, and the little things such as the tree planting, how do we expand on that? Like she's worked on tirelessly on a DNR grant, which looks like very positive, and it'll help us evaluate the tree system throughout the city. And she's been just aces on that. So
Yeah, I had inquiries from a reporter today. I forwarded them over to her, and she did a fantastic job of answering those questions.
she's good. So we got a real good crew over there. Everybody's ready to go. So.
While you're up here, I wanted to remind residents, because I had a quick email with you two this past week. If people are having issues and safety issues or concerns with their city trees, they need to reach out to the DPW, the building department, Ed, directly instead of posting on Facebook, because the city doesn't monitor it. I oftentimes will see things and forward them. Luke will also oftentimes see things and forward them, but those issues were addressed within 6 hours of the email that I sent out.
Yes.
Because it was directed to the correct department.
Correct.
So do you mind telling people the email address they should?
Yeah, actually, the best way for either department will be our general email box, because we have many people look at this. So if you email me, I'm off that day. You're not going to see an answer. So the best way for anything with DPW would just be simply dpw@hazelpark.org. The entire office staff monitors this email along with myself and our foremans. For the water side, if you got something that you're concerned about, hpwater@hazelpark.org, again, is monitored by both the Secretary of Staff at City Hall, myself, and foremans at the building. So we set that up after COVID, because we want to make sure that if somebody's not here, that requests or emails are not missed. And we made sure we set that up with all our regulatory agencies too, because that way everything's taken care of.
Thank you. There's also the resident concern form that's directly on the front page of the website that goes specifically to Ed Klobuchar, and then he forwards.
It actually goes to my staff, and they forward it to me.
Yep.
So I
more eyes are on
strangely am not on that, but need to be.
Yeah, that's a good form. I mean, we do get it, but it might be a little slower on the response, because it usually is going to end up in our department at some point. So
There are loads of ways that people can reach out directly and make sure that the safety issues are being handled.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys again for that. They were on it so fast, and they actually found a second issue and addressed that as well. So thank you for keeping.
Yes, and if people do write in an issue that they're concerned about, please include the address, because we've made guesses where, sincerely John Smith, and I try to look up a John Smith in Hazel Park, and there's 5 of them, so I can't go by the address for any of those. So So if you could just make sure you always include the address, that'll help us out.
Thank you again.
And definitely don't count on posting something on the corkboard and expecting somebody to see it, because it's very hit or miss. Somebody here at the table has to be looking for it or seeing it and note it and make somebody aware of it. So the best thing to do is use the official communication conduits and let us know so that we can help you and address your issue.
We've got a lot of eyes watching 40 hours a week, so slide them in there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Our city attorney.
I don't think I have anything today. Did you want to address the fights? No, nothing today. Thank you.
I will. She brought up, we are addressing, we've had some issues with altercations involving teenagers at Taco Bell and at the Zaz gas station. We're going to be having increased police patrols there. We've had discussions through our liaison officer with the school, so we will be handling that. Did you want to address anything else on that either?
No,
Okay.
just the gatherings.
But we are aware.
Yeah, they run down Felker and then run up Hoover.
Yeah, and we've also addressed and we'll be addressing further some of the congregating that's happening at the Youth for Christ Church and things like that. So the leadership there has been very willing to work with us, and we'll address the issues. Not every kid there that's there is acting up or bad. Just a few bad actors have ruined it for everyone. So we're going to unfortunately have to put a stop to congregating there after hours. So we'll be doing that, and then I'll move into my comments. And again, legislature is back in session today in Lansing. Hopefully they remember that Michigan's system of municipal finance is fundamentally broken, and they continue to take steps to make sure that cities have enough money in this system that is broken to make sure that we can continue to pay our dedicated firefighters and police officers and public works and water workers who are here to serve us on a daily basis and make sure that we have a great quality of life. So again, attend the lighting ceremony. We look forward to seeing everybody. The donuts are worth it. Santa's worth it. Coming to hear the mayor sing and lead us in Christmas carols, that's worth it. So come on out, and I look forward to seeing everybody. And thank you all.
Thank you. Councilperson Sullivan.
Sure. I want to first and foremost congratulate again all of our newly promoted Hazel Park Fire Department members. Thank you for coming out today. I want to thank their families for coming out today. For many people across the nation, this has been a tough week emotionally. People are very sensitive. I want to remind people that there are resources. I have a link tree, and it's at Alyssa Sullivan for FOR-HP. There are community resources there, mental health resources there. As the Christmas season is coming up, there are also food, shelter, heating, support resources. So you can find those there. Another thank you also to our city clerk, Lisa Mayo. Thank you. And our poll workers and volunteers for keeping our elections secure, safe, and accessible to everyone. And I also want to finally congratulate everybody who ran, whether you won or lost. Running for office is an inspired thing to do, but it is also a wholesome, real thing to do when you feel that your community or your county, your city, your state needs a viewpoint that is maybe not being represented. So I want to thank everybody that runs and congratulate, and also thank everybody that came out to vote. It was a record turnout, and we hope to keep those numbers up going into the future elections. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilperson Lund.
I'd like to reiterate congratulations to Chief Walker, Captain Galati, Lieutenant Hefner, and Lieutenant Hoffman. Very, very well deserved. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you, Lisa Mayo and team. It's great to hear when our elections go off without a hitch, regardless of how you feel about the results. The election itself was administered extraordinarily well here in Hazel Park, and just very, very proud of all of you. Thank you, Councilmember Sullivan, for your term as Mayor Pro Tem, and congratulations to Mayor Pro Tem Andy Lacuro for winning a nail biter. Looking forward to having you service as Pro Tem over the next year. And then lastly, a fun piece of good news. There's a local gentleman, his name is Michael Novak. You all might know him better as Scrawny. He's a local DJ. He plays hybrid trap. He's really, really great. I saw him when he opened for Kayvon last year, and he was selected to open for Marshmello at the Masonic this Friday. Marshmello is objectively one of the largest performers in the world, and also playing with Flostradamus and Viper Active. So it's really, really awesome to see a local gentleman really rise to that level. And congratulations, man, and you're going to crush it on Friday. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Councilperson Washington.
Okay.
It's your turn.
Hello, everyone. As always, I'd like to thank Suhaira and Mike for showing up today and speaking and participating in City Council today. It was beautiful to see so many faces supporting our new firefighters, or our newly promoted firefighters, seeing their families and friends here to support them. I want to remind people that even though it is cold and dark, there are still bicyclists out there, and I also want to tell bicyclists to make sure that you have lights on your bikes. White lights in the front, red lights in the back, and that will help you to be more seen on the roads. Reflectors are not enough. And publish the Equal Rights Act. Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem Lacuro.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Congratulations to the new lieutenants and captains and the new chief. We got 2 new chiefs this year. The residents of Hazel Park are well served by all the departments that service us. And it was especially fun on Halloween to see one of the patrol officers driving around, and he got out of his car and he's out handing out candy as well to the trick-or-treaters. That was nice to see them going above and beyond. I want to wish everybody a good Thanksgiving. If you love someone, tell them. If you have children, hug them every day and tell them you love them. And I want to thank everybody for coming out and participating in the democratic process.
Thank you. Well, congratulations to all our new chiefs and superintendents and all the new foremen and lieutenants and captains in which all your promotions were handed out. And thank you for doing us a great service over the years. Because without you, we would not have the reliability and service for our residents in which they rely on every day. I do want to say that we have things to look at for the future, and it's going to be a whole new year in 2025, and I hope that we can have some new goals and objectives from our new people in charge and give us some better ideas, and hopefully some of the council people as well. Hopefully we can have a new work study come the first of the year and have some ideas and brainstorm a little more and think about what the city's future is going to be in 2025. And I think that's where we need to focus on for our future as well, as residents here as ourselves and the residents that are here that we represent. And thank you. And I'd like to have a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Don't hurry. Thank you for coming out once
You don't
again.
have emotions. We're letting it.
I just get